Welcome to Champs Corner, coming to you live. Hope all is having a great day, a blessed day, ready for this weekend. And I hope everyone knows that greatness for MJ didn't start at North Carolina. It started at Laney High School. You get what I'm saying? When he got turned down for making the team, that's when greatness started. That's when he knew he had to take his act to another level. He had to work as hard. You know what I mean? When failure pushes you to do amazing things. Like you see right here. Bobby Knight said he was the best player he's ever seen. Think about that. This is an Olympic team with Magic, Isaiah, Bird, and Jordan schooled him. He dominated. Jordan is not out of college right here. He's in the middle of college and the pros. So you telling me Magic and Bird is already dominating. He goes to the Olympic trials to play Bird, Magic, Isaiah, and all the pros. Perkins was on his team, but all the pros of that time that was in the league. Good pros, great pros. And they couldn't stop Mike. They couldn't stop Mike when he was in college. He was dominating in college against the pros. So, Mike has numbers. He has amazing career numbers. Amazing. I mean, if you check his playoff career highs, his averages. That's where you go, his averages. You know, like against Phoenix, he averaged 41. Almost averaged a triple-double in the finals. But the thing about it is, MJ is more than numbers. That's what I don't think people understand. I don't think they're haters. Right here. It's how he did it. It's not what MJ did. It's how he did it. You ever hear somebody talk about Denzel and they talk about his walk, or they talk about his coolness, or they talk about De Niro and Goodfellas, how cool they was. Al Pacino and Scarface, how cool he was. MJ did everything like that. It was above numbers, because Wilt put up numbers. Kareem put up numbers. You know what I'm saying? Jerry West put up numbers. He the logo, but hey. You know what I'm saying? It's how Mike did it. Along with what he did, that superseded Bird, superseded Magic, superseded Isaiah, superseded Bill Russell, superseded Wilt. Regardless of what you say, supersedes LeBron, supersedes whatever style you can come up with. Because the thing about it is, look at this. It's what he did. That's the amazing part. It's how he did it. Everything he did it was like an artist, an artistic fled. And it don't make sense to people when you say, oh, he the greatest. And they say, well, so-and-so got this much points. Nah, it ain't about the points. It ain't about the rebounds. It ain't about nothing else. It's about that feeling of watching MJ. People, see, the people of today, they don't understand what it is or how it was to watch MJ. To cut on the game, and it's a live game. Only thing they know is LeBron. That's compared to Jordan. LeBron is a Pinto. It's a clunker compared to MJ. MJ is a souped up Ferrari. That's what MJ is. There's no matching. Look at his shoes. His shoes outsell LeBron's shoes or any other star shoes right now. His old shoes. What man do you know sells the same shoe from 1984, 1985 in different colors and sells out? MJ is a different breed. It just doesn't make sense. It just does. I mean, and it doesn't make sense to people because they just don't understand. It makes sense to some people, but when you look at what he's doing, at the speed of what he's doing, that speed, the way he just changed hands right there for that layup, he just did everything differently. And I don't care how many years LeBron plays or anybody else, they won't be MJ. Do you understand what I'm saying? They won't be MJ. What he's doing on both sides now, the defense and offense. You telling me the leading scorer in the league, the defensive player of the league, and the MVP? I mean, come on now. He was everything. The only dude that was the best offensive player and the best defensive player in the league. Think about that. Look at this. That's artistic. You don't have that today. People can say, oh, LeBron dunked, but it's not MJ. People say, oh yeah, what's the dude name out of Minnesota? Edwards. It's not MJ. That's the thing. That's what made Ali. You got heavyweight boxers of Tyson who would knock everything out, Foreman knock everything out, but he didn't do it like MJ. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. Artistic value plays a big part in sports or in anything. You're artistic. Everybody loves a view, an eye. You know, what he did to these Boston Celtics right here was basically he made Bird call him Jesus in basketball shorts. Jesus in basketball shorts. Think about that. In a losing effort, mind you. The Bulls lost the series. And in that game. And he still made Bird one of the best players in NBA history. Would light you up from anywhere on the court. Money made that man right there call him the best, call him Jesus in shorts. Jesus in shorts. Allen Iverson said he seen an aura around him. Black Jesus. MJ is different. Regardless of what you say, you got Draymond Green talking about that 96 team would have lost to his 2017 team. First of all, you weren't even around. You didn't even watch it, so you don't even know. You just in your presence, the presence of you winning championships. I understand that. Y'all had a good team. Y'all won. That's your 4th championship. You know, maybe you'll win this year again. But the thing about it is, Draymond, you would have never even. Maybe you would have maybe got to a 5th game. You just don't understand the dog that you're playing. That's what it is. You really don't understand anything outside of your presence. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be one type of niggas that LeBron is better than Jordan type nigga, type dude. You know what I mean? Everybody from now is better than anybody from then. You hate that. MJ is over before him, over people who play with him, and over now. That's why he is the greatest. I mean, look at this. A 43-inch vertical, 44-inch vertical. Jordan was somebody. He was up there. You know, between 41 and 44, that's what Jordan's vertical was. So people always say, "Oh yeah, he wasn't big enough." He wasn't big enough. What are you talking about? He wasn't big enough to play now. Different athletes now. Are you serious? He's one of the most supreme athletes in history. It's funny how people talk about it now and they just don't understand who they talking about. But they got his shoes on. Y'all don't even know why y'all wear his shoes. Y'all just think they're good shoes. Jordan's shoes stand for something. Stand for greatness. He sold out his shoes not because they look good, because of what he did on the court. LeBron shoes are horrible. Horrible shoes. I've never seen a LeBron shoe that I said I'm gonna get by. I'm gonna wear. Even his son had on Jordan shoes in the recent picture. Had on Jordan. Everybody in the picture got Jordans on except LeBron. Ain't that something? Carmelo, his son, and LeBron's son got Jordans on. LeBron don't. That should tell you something about the multitude of what this man stands for. MJ is one of those type cats who, if somebody does say, "Oh man, yeah, this person was better," you looking at him sideways. Because you thinking like, is you serious? Is you serious? There is no one better than MJ. Is no one better. If somebody's better than MJ, they didn't play in the NBA. serious. If somebody is better than MJ, they never played in the pros. You know, maybe Earl, if he wasn't on that stuff, would have been better. Who knows? Lynn Bass, who knows? Reggie Lewis, who knows? But I know as far as anyone I have ever seen, I don't care what people say, as far as I've seen, there is no one better than him. He had everything that you would want in a NBA player. He had the turnaround J. He had the pull-up jumper. He had the 3. He had the D. More than anything, he had the hunger and he had the killer instinct. The killer instinct took him to another level. Took him to another level more than anybody that you can really say. His killer instinct put him up there. What? He had coaches talking about his killer instinct is basically the more than what anybody else would say or more than anybody else had. His killer instinct. Because he didn't want to beat you. He wanted to kill you. Destroy you. Take your heart. That's what he wanted to do. Players now, they just want to win. It's past winning with MJ. I want to destroy your mental and I want to destroy your mental and your heart. That's why he has so much respect for people who fought back, who played an aggressive game against him, like a Kobe. He's saying like somebody that would stand up to him. Because if MJ knew he could take your heart, he was going to take a look at him. Look at those numbers. You talking about a GOAT. There is no GOAT conversation with MJ. People wanted to pay money to see MJ. People could care less about seeing LeBron for the most part. He changed the game. He changed the numbers. That's what he did. Look at that crowd. It was a party. No one's doing this right now. He had their bench standing up. Come on, are you serious? It's amazing. They made the rules. Jordan rules. Tried to destroy him. Tried to hurt him. A whole team set out to destroy one man. And they couldn't do it. They couldn't break him. They tried to break him. But he got stronger. Think about that. They tried to break him. he got stronger. That's life. Somebody trying to break you. A situation is trying to break your will, your manhood. And you come back stronger. Detroit didn't even shake the man's hand. And Isaiah want to know why Jordan look at him sideways. Nigga, I shook your hand. You beat us 2-3 years in a row. Out of the playoffs. I shook your hand every time. And you got a nerve to walk past my bench. Walk past my bench and look and duck under like you don't see me. The greatest player in the world, you acting like you don't see me. The greatest defensive player in the world, the greatest offensive player in the world, and you act like you don't see me. To be honest, Jordan might be the greatest defensive player in the world. But I'll give Rodman and people like that, the edge, because that's what they did. That's their main goal was to play defense and rebound. So I give Rodman or a type player like that the edge on that one. But Jordan ain't far behind. Think about it. He won Defensive Player of the Year. You talking about the leading scorer, averaging 30 plus, and the Defensive Player of the Year. Who the last person that done that? Last person that done that was it Giannis? Was it Giannis that led the league in scoring? I think Giannis led the league in scoring and won Defensive Player of the Year. I think he's the first one since MJ to do it. So you gotta give it up to Giannis. Give it up to him. I like Giannis. I think he's one-dimensional. But, hey, these days you can be one-dimensional and still dominate. They ain't got no defenders. Who you playing D? The referees let you go by and they don't. Referees ain't calling nothing. So I mean, if Draymond Green had some game, then he'd be dominating. He had an offensive game, he'd be dominating. So I mean, it doesn't take much in this league to dominate. You just, the rules are just crazy now. Less physical. Jordan played in a more physical league. So when you think about him playing now, if this Jordan played now in today's league, it would be like Wilt type numbers. 50 a game. 55 a game. You gotta think he probably made 20 points at the free throw line. As much as he used to go to the basket. And I'm talking about the NBA, the Jordan with hair. I'm not even talking about this Jordan. This Jordan easily gonna average 45, 50. The Jordan with hair might average 60. You know what I'm saying? The Jordan with hair, shoot, he was going to the basket more athletic and everything. You just never know. MJ is amazing, man. The best player ever. The best player ever. And like I said, It's not about what he did. It's about this right here. It's about that right there. It's about how he beat you. Made a shot and just looked at the camera like he knew where the camera was. It's like a script, an unwritten script that he's writing himself. And then you got the Olympics, when the U.S. was getting their asses kicked, handed it to them by overseas competition. David Robinson and Danny Manning. Damn, you ain't got enough? You got David Robinson and Danny Manning on the same team and getting your ass handed to you. That is the magic of Jordan. You know what I'm saying? The dream team. Then they got the nerve to say, hey, which dream team would have won? What dream team you think would have won? They got these little memes or these little posts that say what team will win. And it might be LeBron and Kobe and Shaq and then they give Jordan his team with Olajuwon or Magic and stuff like that. Whatever team Jordan's on. Whatever team prime Jordan's on, that's the team I'm going to pick. Think you understand it? There is no team with a prime Jordan with. You got to think about it. Jordan only had one all-star teammate. One all-star teammate. That's Pippen. Out of the 6 championships, one all-star teammate. So you telling me that Magic and Bird and other players, if he had them on their team, what you think MJ would do to you? You're not going to win. I don't care who on your team. I don't care about no damn Wilt. I don't care about no damn Kareem. I don't care about none of them cats. The will to win, when it's time to win, is his threshold. It's his wheelhouse. It's his wheelhouse. You're not going to win when it's time to win. If he has anything to do with it, you're not going to win. MJ will always be the GOAT. Because people just don't work like that. People just don't work like that. Give it their all. Lay it down. Look at that. Look at that. Doesn't make sense. Now this is the league where they put you on your ass. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. I'm done. Champs Corner. Talking, just having a GOAT conversation. Have a great weekend, people.
out of trash, and he had the aura. Everything came together.
Sat out Thursday night with a bad throw. Here's Jordan. Jordan with the steal. And then it's stolen by Starks. McDaniel chased by Jordan. It's a clean block.
Whose game is it? It's Michael Jordan's game.
And it is Chicago going on to the NBA Finals.
Homicidally competitive. Like really, like almost you could say he had a problem. He was so competitive. His entire life just revolved around beating other people. That's how he measured himself. That's how he measured everyone he played with.
Scott Williams. Yes. There is a 7-second disparity between the shot clock and the game. Yes.
It would have been better for Charles to foul him all the way than halfway foul.
Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls have climbed the Mount Olympus of the NBA.
Chicago Bulls with 3 straight NBA championships.
I think we've gone through a lot. Me personally, I've gone through a lot of ups and downs, but to cap it off this way means a lot to me, believe me.
I hate to make you look ahead, but you've talked about retirement in a year or two. Could you step aside if the streak is still intact?
No. My love is strong for this game right now. That's how I'm looking at it, and I'm going to be here as long as my love is strong.
Last night, we began the show with the disappearance of Michael Jordan's father. Tonight, the worst fears have come true. James Jordan was found dead, victim of apparent murder.
What is still unclear and will be for some time is what effect this tragedy will have on Michael Jordan and his future with the Chicago Bulls.
In a matter of moments, Michael Jordan is expected to officially announce his retirement.
A very bittersweet day. There's a certain sadness because the greatest athlete to ever play a team sport is leaving the game. I can only imagine what it was like seeing Babe Ruth, because I think this man, I used to say, was the Babe Ruth of basketball. I've now come to believe that Babe Ruth was the Michael Jordan of baseball.
When Michael Jordan first retired from the Chicago Bulls in October of 1993, following his father's murder, the sports world was shocked. 4 months later, Jordan dropped another bombshell. He decided to pursue a career in baseball.
And then he goes to play baseball?
Everyone's like, wait, he's gonna play baseball?
So many Hall of Famers like, this is my chance to get a chip.
Jordan, if he had retired, wouldn't he have gone to 8 straight NBA Finals? One could argue that.
Yeah, of course, we all believe that.
35 seconds away from the Knicks dethroning the Chicago Bulls.
To the 1994 NBA World Champion.
The NBA tried to plan for his retirement, tried to promote other players, like the Lakers' Shaquille O'Neal. But the shoe company Reebok recently canceled Shaq's shoe contract.
What is the NBA without Michael Jordan?
I think the NBA without Michael Jordan is in deep trouble.
Just being given an opportunity is something that I can feel very privileged about. I mean, the White Sox gave me an opportunity just to go out there and see what type of skills I have. And
would you like to see him come back?
Yes, I would. I think that he would be a good addition to this game.
Michael Jordan announced today he's coming back to basketball.
Jordan returns to the NBA on NBC at noon Eastern.
Yes, that was 636 days ago, so 21 months after his last appearance in an NBA game. Only 5 months after his number 23 was raised to the rafters in Chicago, Michael Jordan has returned, and he's wearing number 45.
A lot of special moments in NBA basketball. Usually the opening game of the season, the playoffs, 7th game of the series, the finals. I don't know about you, but I got the goosebumps for this one. This is very special.
The moment is nearly at hand. Michael Jordan's return to the NBA.
Michael Jordan.
Whereas Jordan is the undisputed GOAT. Like there's, really no debate.
Make a wish. Count to 3.
Welcome back
the greatest that's ever played.
Greatest who ever played.
Yeah.
You go right there.
No question about it.
Jordan for the win. He is now back! Holy mackerel! Michael Jordan!
He's just a superstar. Like you said, Bill, he was a celebrity. He wasn't a basketball player. He was a celebrity.
And I'll tell you, as a kid growing up, in high school, I can't even describe what that was like at the time.
We put it on prime time, but Michael brought it to a whole nother level and took it international.
It's the magical, mystical Jordan Road Tour, 1995. The Bulls are 2-2 since his return, and one of the most asked questions in America, most often asked, is how is Michael doing? How is his return?
Albert Starks told me moments ago the Knicks still plan to have him go one-on-one, no double teaming. He wasn't intimidated before, and he's not now, and he says he's eager for the challenge.
Moments away from tip-off, there is John Starks. He's been a little bit of a slump lately offensively, but he does play Michael Jordan very well. Ewing early in the game, Kukoc on the run.
Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset.
Look out! Starts out on fire. Michael is 4 of 5.
For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost sheep.
What else? It's 20 first quarter points for Michael Jordan.
Look, I know what it must seem like to a younger generation. Guys, it's ridiculous. No matter what LeBron does, if he's not perfect, then he's not Jordan. Yeah, Jordan set a standard of near perfection.
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger.
And do you ask, is he back?
Those who attempt to poison and destroy my brother.
55 points.
There were times where you could make a legitimate argument that collectively a team may have been better than the Chicago Bulls, but they didn't have MJ.
And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
Michael finds the open man. Whittington with a jam. 3.1 remaining.
To take the game 20 years into the future where he has no fucking peer. There was no arguments about who the best guy in the league was.
The Chicago Bulls were an unstoppable force during the 1995-96 campaign.
That 95-96 Bulls team is the greatest professional sports team I have ever seen in any league at any time.
In Michael Jordan's first full season back, after giving baseball a try, the Bulls won an NBA record 72 games in the regular season.
When they terrorized the playoffs.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Flight 23.
It was a wrap for everyone in the league. Didn't matter who you weren't getting anything when Jordan was around.
Jordan just looked over at Spike Lee and waved bye-bye. This one ends appropriately enough in front of New York's most celebrated fan, Spike Lee.
And through most of the country, really, is that these NBA Finals loom not so much as a competition as a coronation.
With 72 wins, all the consecutive winnings, games that we've won, but by no means do we want to do all that and then be the team that lose to the Seattle Supersonics in the finals.
And Marv, he has come all the way back to best player and MVP status.
And then he played a 63-win Sonics team and beat them in 6 games. No one ever took them 7 games in the finals.
The Bulls were able to complete the dream season and win the franchise's 4th NBA title after defeating the Sonics in Game 6. Michael Jordan, once again named Finals MVP, his 4th MVP trophy in his many tries.
Watch this. I'm going to fly through the air. How about that?
So he just puts it in one hand and takes it down the lane.
Career high 67 points, and you folks were here to see.
He was the first guy that would literally fly through the f***ing air, slamming in dunks. Where you would see it on the highlight reels on like ESPN, you would see it on the news, and people would just be standing there shaking their head.
Maybe it was an innocent question from Michael Jordan. Is it Byron or Brian Russell? But it drew Russell's fire. Brian responding, is it Michael or Michelle? Ooh. Now, on the one hand, you got to give Brian props for not backing down, but on the other, yo, B, that's Mike.
We're down to 5. Jordan putting moves on Russell. We're down to 2. Now to 1.
Hasta la vista, baby.
It's all over. The Chicago Bulls have won at the buzzer.
There is a big story going around this building right now. Michael Jordan is sick.
15,100 fans in attendance and the 600 million watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yes. Not bad for a guy playing with flu symptoms.
And the Jazz not able to get to their offensive glass. Ostertag was great. Karl Malone's got the 3,000.
I mean, it was the man could hardly walk. He could hardly breathe. And he elevated himself.
Jordan to the cutting long lead.
If you give up, then they give up. You know, so I didn't want to give up. You know, no matter how sick I was, or how tired I was, or how, low on energy I was.
He's tied the game.
Like the things that he does over and over again is like Michelangelo repainting the Sistine Chapel over and over again. Near exhaustion, ready to fall over. He's got his team tied now.
When they called a timeout, how he came out of the ball game and plopped on the seat, and that's what he did. He just plopped down.
He won't even take the Gatorade.
He doesn't want to waste any energy. No high fives, no lifting water to his mouth. He is exhausted.
A heroic performance by Michael Jordan.
I mean, as long as he plays the game, he's going to amaze us no matter what.
Yes! They lead it! 38 points for the Kings!
Leaning on Scotty as they walked off the floor. I'm not sure he had full mobility.
Looks like he's a boxer just hanging on along the rope. Performance by the flu-ridden Michael Jordan. A performance that I think will go down as one of the greatest of his career because of the situation. It is all over. The Bulls have won the title by defeating the Jazz 90-86 in its bedlam here at the United Center.
Max, from a physicality standpoint, he was actually an underdog from the position of getting beat up. Jordan ruled.
Michael Jordan with the takeoff and the crush.
The one time we played the Bulls, we get off the bus before the game. Jordan parks inside his Ferrari. We're getting off the bus, and he's smoking a cigar.
Before the game?
Before the game. And he's like, who's going to check me?
Michael shakes the finger, and he finally got his dunk on Mount Matumbo. Rebound Cartwright, off to Jordan. Michael Jordan, power jam in Barkley's face.
I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Jordan took it out.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome once again to Bulls basketball, playoff basketball.
In his heart, Michael already knew that these would be his last games.
And he just got better and better. I mean, he was, I've never seen a guy that I thought was as good as anybody I'd ever seen. 5 years later, he was 10 times better, and 5 years later, he was 10 times better.
Game 6 in Utah. For the Bulls, a win would mean a championship. For Michael, it would mean the cementing of his legacy.
Inside, they've already begun the chant of beat the Bulls. Jordan for three.
Got it. What you do has to transcend the generations in order to retain your place as the GOAT.
Here's Michael. He's got 21.
Michael Jordan always took his game to another level in the playoffs.
Jordan pulls up.
Like we've never seen before.
And connects. 25 for MJ.
6 titles, 6 finals MVPs. That means it was all about you each series. You were the mismatch.
He's still Michael Jordan. Whatever he has lost, through fatigue, through age, through whatever, has only brought him somewhat back to the field. He still leads the field.
He became the most dangerous man alive.
Cross-court Stockton, a 3! It's there!
Those 2 three-peats that Jordan has, those are hard to compare anything to.
None of us ever saw what he was going to do, and we thought he was going to be great.
Pippen into Jordan. Michael working on Russell. Brings them to within 1. Michael Jordan with 45 points.
6 NBA Finals MVPs without ever allowing a Game 7.
Here comes Chicago. 17 seconds.
Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player I've ever seen. Better than LeBron, better than Kobe, better than everybody.
Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship, and it's their 2nd three-peat.
He was, without a doubt, the greatest basketball player.